monsters, madness, and magic.
All right, folks, welcome to the Monsters, Madness, and Magic podcast. I'm your host, Justin, here with a quick word before we dive in. Now, before we proceed with the episode, in case you missed the last episode, just wanted to let you guys know that my novelette, No Perpetual Care, is available for purchase on Amazon if you're into supernatural, occult-influenced horror stories set in the early 1900s. Maybe you'll enjoy this. I'll have a link in the description below if you're watching the video on YouTube. And if you're listening to this on your podcasting platform of choice, I will have the link in the episode notes. Anyway, in this episode, I chat with actor Magnus Bruun about becoming Eivor in Assassin's Creed Valhalla, the importance of fiction, growing up in Scandinavia, and more. As always, thank you all for listening out there, and without further ado, here you go. Well, I guess just to kick it off here, man, and get officially started, take us all back in time. You know, you're a little kid. Were you a book reader, fort builder, troublemaker, or all the above?
Oh, that's a good question. Definitely a book reader. I think my parents, especially my father, read to me, and then my older brother, who's he's 5.5 years older than me, Rasmus. I remember him reading The Hobbit for me, and beginning on Fellowship of the Ring and so on. I've always enjoyed books and stories. So definitely a book reader, but I'm also the second child, so I was a troublemaker, definitely. So I don't really think I build a lot of forts. I had I did stuff as you do, but I don't think I was that kind of a guy, a boy that went out building a lot of stuff. I think I've smashed it instead and climbed up trees, and I had no fear in life, and my older brother had, and so he would I'm scared of, and I just went up the tree or whatever. so classic second child.
Yeah.
Just my daughter, we have 2 kids, and my daughter, she's so much me. It's frustrating to just look at her going, oh, but I know why.
Yeah.
Because
But
you're me.
Now that you mention it, when I think back, it seems kind of strange now, I guess. I don't know if kids still do it. I don't have a kid, but I was a big tree climber. I would just climb up there and think, which sounds, insane to say, but it's just something I did as a kid, Just, there's a lot of trees around. What else are you going to do?
Yeah, especially we lived next to the woods. And so that was one of the things to do. And I didn't have a phone. Nobody had a phone.
No.
I couldn't. And television was Flow TV, What's on? Well, at 6:00 there might be 30 minutes of children's cartoons, and that's it. Okay, well then I'm doing something else. I'm getting bored until I play with my Legos or Playmobil or whatever, my small soldiers or dolls or I dressed up when I was a kid. Maybe that's why I later on became an actor. I love to put on stuff. Yeah.
Now, do you still read?
Yes, I do. And I would love to read more than I do right now. But I am reading to my son now, who's 10. I've read all the Harry Potter books. We started out maybe a bit too early, because we came to the second book, and there's all of this with the basilisk and blood on the walls, and I will kill you, I'll come to you, and he just went, I'm gonna sleep in your bed, Dad. Like, oh shit, too soon, man. And also because I do all the voices and shit.
Yeah,
I'm really enjoying it, and I hadn't read the books. I had watched the movies, but I hadn't read the books. So I'm experiencing a lot through his eyes right now, and we then did The Hobbit, and now we're in the Two Towers. We had read the Fellowship and then watched the movie afterwards. So we waited with the movies until we read the books.
Good idea.
Also because they're in English and my son is 10, so he's not he can't now he can read the subtitles, but he couldn't do that 2 years ago. So and I don't want to narrate it while he's watching it. He needs to be able to really watch it and enjoy it.
So are you reading the books to him in English as well?
No, in Danish.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah. Otherwise, he would just then he would fall asleep very, very fast.
When did you start reading English and learning the language yourself? Was it very young?
Quite early on, I think. Can't really remember what year, but as most Scandinavians, we really enjoy English, and speaking English is a thing, and we don't do a lot of the dubbing into Danish of movies. We do that with cartoons and maybe children's movies here and there, but we will listen to English. We would listen to German and then have subtitles. So we would so we get better at the languages early on. So I think I can't remember what I started reading, but I remember I've read The Hobbit and The Lord of the Rings in English when I was a young teenager, I think. And that is great, but also really difficult literature. Maybe not The Hobbit as much, but The Lord of the Rings, that's really great stuff, but you have 30 pages just describing the woods. I'm like, Jesus, man, what's going on?
So when you're reading for yourself today, I guess, do you lean more towards nonfiction, fiction?
Definitely fiction, but also I read scripts. That's also a thing, and that's also kind of why I'm not reading that much for myself in books. It's because I'm reading scripts, so it's also kind of work, and I'm listening to more and more podcasts while doing stuff. I have 2 kids, job, all of that going on. I would love to just be able to just sit down and just read for a couple of hours, but I do not know where to find them, those hours. Yeah. And it's the same with TV shows and films. I really need to set time aside to do it. Otherwise, I just won't watch it. And it's not because I don't want to, because there's so much good stuff, but there's so much content right now.
Yeah.
That it's almost too much.
That's overwhelming. And
as an artist, overwhelming is a better word than too much. But especially as an artist, because you want to have all that, you want to have everybody being able to do their art and create. I just can't follow along after being a parent. That's just it's with small kids. It's tough shit.
Yeah. That's almost a double-edged sword with, the modern age we live in, technology, all the streaming services. There's a lot more out there, but, maybe 30 years ago, there may have been less options, but I felt like they were more focused and there would be, you know what I mean?
Yeah, that would be, I guess that would be better options. But also fewer, because you can still get really, really great films, really, really extraordinary series, extraordinary documentaries. But there's so many, and not all of them are good.
Right.
There's a lot that's just being produced because we need to produce more. We need more and more content, so we can get the subscribers and So do you read a lot?
I do, but I got 1 month left of my reading, I believe, before the baby arrives. That'll probably be shelved.
In the beginning, they sleep a lot.
Okay.
Remember that. And especially if can, do you listen to books, audiobooks, or do you
My
just read
wife
them?
does. I haven't made the jump yet. I'm a very old school guy. I like the smell of the paper. I like to collect the books. I'm one of those.
Oh, me too. I've listened to like vinyl records and analog shit. I love that. But just you're gonna be walking around with a stroller a lot, and it's easier to listen to a book and then looking at your sleeping child than it is to be reading as well and walking. And so you might get into audiobooks then.
Yeah, I think I will. And a lot of the reading I do is a bit for inspiration because I also like to write stories,
Yeah,
stuff
cool.
like sword and sorcery and fantasy stories. So sometimes I'll just pick up a book
Perfect.
just to read a chapter or two just to get the juices flowing.
Do you also like play role-playing games,
I
tabletop
did when
role-playing
I was
games?
a
And
kid. My wife and I have a whole D&D setup, but our friends never get together. It's really, if we play, it'll be just me and her. We don't really have a big group anymore.
you need to get that back.
Yeah,
I'm
but I did when I was a kid.
says I. You're gonna get a baby in a month. Now's the time to get the group. Sounds more like split the party. Uh, and not if the party is just you two. You need to stay together. Promise me that right now.
Yes, yes. I promise.
Justin, look at me, Justin. Look at me. Yeah. Promise. Stay with your wife, please.
I will. I'll edit this part out.
No.
I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
What's your wife's name, by the way?
Anna.
Anna. That's a beautiful name. Say hi to Anna and tell her that you promised me to.
I will.
Good.
Maybe, as the baby gets a little older, maybe I'll have to ingratiate him into the role playing game and he'll be our third party member.
Yeah, you need to bring in your friends as well.
I will. So, I guess just sticking with your childhood, man, what music did you grow up on? What records were spinning around the house?
That was obviously a lot of Danish stuff,
Mm-hmm.
but that you wouldn't know.
Mm-hmm.
But I would. There was also a lot of the Beatles. My father was a huge Beatles fan. I have his Abbey Road record with his name is Anders, and that is he wrote that on top of it. I have that edition of also have like a new remastered one, but that's special to me. So definitely the Beatles. Yeah, what else did we listen to? I think the Beatles is what I listened
Mm-hmm.
most to when I was like young, and if we were talking international music, because I can say Kim Larsen and Annie Linnet. I can mention Danish singers and bands. But and when I got older, I went. I think Smells Like Teen Spirit was like a turning point rock thing for me. That made me put Kurt Cobain on the wall of my bedroom. But also I was influenced by my older brother, so I listened to Metallica, and I listened to The Prodigy, and he was kind of into heavy metal and just a lot of metal. So I like, what else did he Rammstein, and what else did he listen to? Sepultura and there was a
Yeah.
lot of stuff like that. And Metallica, I stuck with them, and the Prodigy. There was some of them I enjoyed, but I didn't. That's the thing about like really metal. I really enjoy metal, but I need to be able to hear what they're singing. So when they're growling too much,
Yeah.
I I can enjoy some of the music for like three songs, but then I went, "Pff, yeah, no more. I need to be able to find words and meaning, stories in it. That's why if you just mention say Metallica, that is you can you can understand all of it.
Yeah.
Melodic metal is nice.
Yeah, that's my go-to too, man, and it marries well with Dungeons and Dragons and tabletop games because I love Iron Maiden. I don't know if you listen to much Iron Maiden.
Yeah, I don't listen that much to that anymore, but I've been to a few two concerts with Iron Maiden. I might go to one more this
What an experience that is.
summer. Yeah, they're getting old, man.
Yeah, yeah,
Sorry, guys, but so the whole theater stuff they're doing is getting, I think, a bit weaker now.
yeah.
But his voice, man, it's still there, and it's
Bruce is still the man. But
yeah.
just like you were saying with the storytelling aspect, that's really where I gravitated towards them because every song is basically you have to listen to follow the story.
Yeah,
That's why some of them are 10 minutes long.
exactly. But that's also what I like about records and not just singles and streaming because you get the whole picture of you get the whole idea. These are the 12 songs that we chose on this album, and this is the first song. And after that, this song comes because that is how we want you to listen to it. And there's this and when this song fades, it fades over to the next. All of that we thought about that, you know.
It's a thread. Yeah.
And when you just get singles, it's just it's really good, but it's just that story that you know. I like to really dig in deep to like the story of it or to the whole album. Yeah.
Now,
What's your favorite album?
By Iron Maiden? Or in general?
No, just in general. Right now.
Well,
right now.
The first one that popped in my head was Somewhere in Time by Iron Maiden. That was the first thing.
Yeah. That's also a good one.
Yeah, I really like that one. I'm stuck in my ways, man. Like I read stories from the 1940s. I listen to metal from the 80s. I'm just an old guy.
How old are you, Justin?
I'm 38.
38. Okay, you're not that old.
Yeah. But I'm just saying I haven't. My dad listened to metal growing up. I'm stuck in my ways like he was.
You're an old child.
Yeah. So, did it ever get to the point? Were you such a fan of music that you ever picked up an instrument or anything like that yourself?
I sing, and I've been in when I was in high school. I was in a metal group. I think we did a demo of 2 songs. We were called God Lived.
I like that.
Read it out backwards. It's Devil Dog. You know, very high school.
Yeah. I like it.
You can't find the music anywhere. I might have something on a computer that I don't own anymore, but and maybe it was just me and 2 guitarists, and they kept going, "Can you growl? Can you please growl, Magnus?" I'm like, "I don't want it," but then they can't listen. They can't hear my lyrics. Like, didn't clashed a little bit, but that was fun. Yeah, and then also I've been singing a lot of folk music. My father's a guitarist, and he also sings. So we've been doing folk music together, and yeah. So and as an actor, I've done musicals and stuff like that. After in drama school, and when I came out of drama school, and just working theater. So it's part of it. But I never really picked up the guitar. I didn't have the what is the word? I didn't have the patience to do it. My father wanted to teach me, and we sat down, and I got the guitar, and said, "Then you need to learn this song." I said, "No, that's a boring song. I want to learn Metallica. I can start with Nothing Else Matters." And he just went, "We can't start with that. But you need to." Then I don't want to. Like, stupid fucking teenager. I'm so sad I was that way because I would have loved to be able to play the guitar now, but I can't. Sadly, I can't.
Yeah, I'm the same way.
I learned to play the piano in drama school a bit, but then that was in the first year out of 4. We had to do that, and then I just didn't do it anymore. I just used my time to work on text and drama and all kinds of stuff that wasn't me playing the piano.
It worked out for you.
It kind of did. I'm still living the dream. I'm still working as an actor, and I've been able to do some really exciting stuff that I'm so proud of, but also feel really privileged that I've been chosen to do some of these things. I try not to say I was lucky, because that is undermining all the years.
Yeah, you put in the work.
That we as actors do before drama school, in drama school, after drama school, all those years of hurtling through life to do art, and then when it pays off, I was so lucky I got the part. But no, you wouldn't have gotten the part if you hadn't been working for 15 years or whatever. So I try not to say, or anyway, I try to say that it wasn't luck, even though you need a bit of luck in this business, but I guess you need a bit of luck in every business.
Yeah, right. And one of my favorite sayings is, luck is when preparation meets opportunity.
Yeah, exactly. And because you also need to be out there. You need to meet the people. You can't just be the best and then stay home. You need to work with people and not be at every opening night, but maybe go out and have a drink at some point, and maybe go to that film festival that's in the town next to you, or maybe that's a good idea, to put yourself out there. So you need to chase it a little bit, but you also need to stay true to yourself.
Well said. So a question I like to ask everyone is, what scared you as a kid?
The dog.
Yeah.
One of our favorite artists made a song about that.
Fear of the dog, yes.
Exactamundo. I was scared of the dark when I was a kid, and also I think vampires. I remember listening to this audio book when I was very, very young, too young, and that just haunted me. It was about a vampire, and I just couldn't sleep. I couldn't fucking sleep, man, for weeks. I remember just pulling my mattress out of my bedroom and just in front of my parents' bedroom, because then I just would lay down with my blanket or whatever, just outside that bedroom, because then I could hear my father snore, and that kind of made me okay. So I was old enough to didn't need to go in there and put myself in that bed. That was maybe 5 years earlier. I would just, but I just needed to be closer to them.
Yeah.
I was just lying in bed, eyes open, just don't want to close my eyes. Thank God I'm not like that anymore. But, so I think the dark was, and sharks.
Man, you're checking all the boxes with me. We're like lockstep. Mine was the dark. Instead of vampires, it was werewolves and sharks because of Jaws. I watched Jaws really young, and it just messed me up for my whole childhood.
Just fucked you up.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what films can do. Well, how come werewolves? Was that a movie, or was it a story, or?
I believe it was It was a movie. Definitely. I don't know if you've seen the Monster Squad. It's sort of like The Goonies meets Universal Monsters.
No, I don't think I've seen that. It's quite old, isn't it?
Yeah, it was like 86, I believe.
80s?
Yeah.
Yeah. I love The Goonies. Fucking love The Goonies.
Yeah, it was basically the horror version of The Goonies.
Okay. Yeah, I didn't see that.
and stuff like The Howling and American Werewolf in London, all that stuff.
Yeah,
just,
yeah, yeah.
yeah. Werewolves just didn't do it for me, or maybe they did it for me too much.
There's also the American Werewolf in Paris, isn't there?
Yeah, that's the
Something
sequel.
like that.
Well, sequel. It's kind of a reimagining that came out in the '90s.
Yeah, I saw that a couple of times, I think. Do you remember that old Nicholson and James Spader film?
Wolf, the Wolf, which is called Wolf. Yeah,
Yeah,
that I'll put that on the
yeah.
list too, because Jack Nicholson knows how to deliver the goods and everything he's in, basically.
It's yeah, it's actually, I rewatched it. I think a year back or something like that. It's not that good.
Yeah, I have not watched it since I was a kid, so maybe I have
You
the
don't. You don't.
nostalgia.
You don't. I did it for you. You don't have to.
Gotcha.
It's it didn't age well.
Yeah, it
And
happens.
it's not. There's a lot of. It's a very male dominated. It was a very male dominated business at that point. Sadly, it's still, but it's getting better. It's getting a lot better. But that movie is just it didn't age that well, and it also the script is not good. It's everything is so fucking obvious. I swallowed
Yeah,
it
I
as
do
a
remember that. It's like it's clear who the werewolf is in
young
this movie.
adult. Yeah, that's one thing, but also it's way over the top all the time. It's like, really? It's, what's going on, man? Nobody talks like that, or like, that's way too much.
Yeah,
But there's a lot of movies who when I watch them now, I go, why the fuck did I enjoy that as a kid? There's a lot
Yes.
of Adam Sandler movies that I just remember The Water Boy and stuff like that. That I fucking loved them. I watched them so many times. I can't even watch the whole movie now. It's just going, what's going on, man? And not a bad word about Adam Sandler because he's great.
Yeah.
It's just, but time changes and also maybe I'm just older and maybe because now this is my life and I'm this business. I look at it differently.
yeah. Time changes, and so do we. So
Yeah.
it happens, man. I've actually given a lot of thought about why the things that I was scared of as a kid scares me because I was a big horror movie kid, and it was always zombies and werewolves. And I think when I reflect on it, I think it's because those two things specifically are so close to humans. A zombie is just a reanimated human. It's not that far removed from ourselves, and the werewolf is the same thing.
Yeah.
It's always a human, but more, the bestial nature of it. So that's what I attribute it to because I can see it. It's a little realistic. Not realistic in the sense of a werewolf, but just of a person being a monster. That kind of thing.
Yeah, I think that is why 28 Days Later is a brilliant film
Yeah.
because it's they're still sort of human. They're not even dead. It's like they've been taken over by this mad dog disease or like rabies.
Rabies.
What's going on, man? And they're fast.
That's the worst part.
It's not that old.
Night of the Living Dead.
They're fucking running, man. And they're
I hate
running
it.
faster than you. Jesus, that's fucking great, man. I was terrified, and I fucking loved that movie. Yeah,
Yeah, that's one of my favorites as well. That was it's the
I think that
second.
is the best zombie movie there is.
Yeah.
It's perfect.
The second one was 28 weeks later, right? That's the second one.
Yeah, yeah,
Now, do you know who Robert Carlyle is, the actor?
yeah.
He's great in that opening scene of the second movie. Like just that scene.
When he just fleeing from his wife.
Yeah,
Like,
like oh
why
man,
is your wife in there?
right. That is just a terrifying opening scene of a movie.
Yeah, you just see it in his eyes. Going, I'm gonna save myself. And you just see her going, "What?" It's very human, but also very very horrible.
Yeah, it is horrible.
Would you choose yourself over your wife?
No. In that situation, with those zombies like that, I don't think I'd want to be alive in that kind of world.
Yeah, and again, you never know. It's like people saying, if I was alive during, but this is a Europe thing, but if I was alive during the Nazi Germany taking over Denmark or taking over
Yeah,
all
yeah,
the
yeah.
countries in Europe, would I have been like in the resistance?
Right.
Yeah, sure, man.
Yeah, it's a
Yeah,
it's a question.
I'm not so sure a lot of people would have now today. Also, I, I, I might have been, or I would be part of it, but you never know until the circumstances are there, and we're all living very peaceful lives now. There's not a lot of struggling. Uh, there's a lot of struggling all around, but as a Dane Scandinavian, uh, we're not struggling. We don't have you know it's you go to the gym so you can be fit or whatever. You know it's we not there's not it's not hard work. It is we don't do the army in Denmark or in a lot of Europe countries. It's we don't build big armies so we can fight and maybe we should because shit's going down at the
Shit's hitting
moment,
the fan. Yeah.
and which is crazy. Let's not talk too much about that. Um, because that is for another podcast.
Yeah.
Long,
Yeah, we'll be here.
podcast.
Yeah. And just to bring it back to what you were talking about with 28 weeks later, when you're in a situation like that or in a real life situation, that just reminds me of, I don't know who said it, but it was like you learn the most about a man when he's faced with his final moments. Like you learn who they really are. And that's what it makes me think of. It's like, yeah, you can say that, I'd choose this or I'd choose that, but when the going gets tough, do you get going?
Yeah, and you see in when you look at a lot of countries where the regime or whatever, when you have a dictator or the uprising is suddenly isn't there, whereas they go to the streets and you can't do that, and then you have police or armies or whatever military men shooting people, and then it stops. Unless you have the whole fucking country,
which is hard. It's hard
on
to
your
do.
side, because would you, as a normal, well-functioning person, just give your life for the cause? I want to believe I would,
Right.
but it's tough to say. It's one thing is to protest, but if it's life or death to protest, would you then do it?
It's a different question.
It's a much bigger question, and then when you put kids into it, it's two questions, because would I do this for my kids so they can live and have a better life in the future, but would I also then put my own life, their father's life, in danger so I couldn't be there for them? And then the easy choice is to, no, I'm going to stay and take care of my kids, but that means that the bad regime or the bad whatever will take over.
Yeah.
And so it's
Damned if you do, damned if you don't.
yeah, but I believe we should. I believe we should speak up to dictators. We should fight the fight, because otherwise we are leaving the world empty for our and ruined for the next generations, for our kids and their kids.
Well said, man.
But it's tough. It's tough. It's a lot, and that's a long, long chat.
So I guess just to Was there anyone else in your family that you would say was like art? Well, you said your dad was a musician, so I guess there were some people in your family that were artistically inclined. That sort of where your roots came from, wanting to pursue the arts.
Well, not really. I think my dad played guitar and sang, and I remember just being embarrassed when I was younger because he always brought his guitar, and I was like, "Oh fuck, he's gonna sing again." But now looking at it, I'm so proud of him.
Yeah.
And also when I was, I started playing music with him. So, but just remember me in primary school and beginning of high school, just going, oh, damn, he's brought his guitar. It's gonna, shit. Um, I'm that dad as well because I'm the dad that puts on like costumes and I'm on television. I'm in video games. I'm once in a while doing a theater show and you know it's, my kids' friends in school that they know me from whatever television show or that dad has been playing me for hundreds of hours in Assassin's Creed or something like that. My dad is a big fan of yours. Do you know that? No, was it Oliver? Yeah, shit. You know, that's gonna be embarrassing. Right now, I think my son think it's pretty cool.
Yeah.
But he's 10. Give him 2 years. When he becomes a teen, it's like, oh, why does dad get attention? Well, he's so fucking stupid. Yeah.
Yeah, it's hard for any
Also,
teenager.
I kiss him and I hug him and I tell him I love him in front of all the other, and I have a nickname for him and stuff like that. I'm gonna be embarrassing dad, but I'm embracing it because I show love, and I'm there. I take him to school, I pick him up, I do funny stuff with him, and I think it's all right to be too much
Yes.
if it comes from love.
In the long run, he'll be better for it.
Exactly. Then he'll have some years where he can't stand
Yeah.
me. Or maybe not. Maybe not. Maybe he won't be the same kind of embarrassed that I was.
Fingers crossed.
We'll find out. We'll find out.
So when did you first begin doing plays in school and such? Well, we call it high school. I don't know if you call it high school in Denmark.
When does high school start? How old are you when you get to high school?
You're about 14, 13.
Okay, then you have primary school earlier, right?
Right.
Yeah, because we have primary school from when you are 6. That is like 6, 7. You're in first grade or
Right.
like
That's about the same.
And then you go to ninth grade, and then you have then you can choose to go to what we call the gymnasium, where you have 3 years of education, where you can choose what kind of line you want to go into. And then from there, you can, if you get the right grades there, you can go to the university. You can go to, find out what kind of education you want to have. And a lot of Danes go to that, and it's free. And you actually get what we call SU, which is you get money from the state to study. And from when you're 18, you'll get that. Not a lot, but you will get so you can so you don't have necessarily have to have a job next to the school. So you can focus on your education.
That's unheard
also
of
have
for
that.
Americans. That just blows
You
our
also have that
mind.
when you go to the university. It's first of all it's free. You don't have to pay to go to the university. Any education unless it's private, you get for free in Denmark, and you will get the state money each month. You will get.
Wow.
I don't know.
That is the way to go.
Exactly now. It is.
It is.
I think you will get. I don't know how much the dollar in Danish crowns is now, but you will maybe get, say, $600 a month from the state.
That
When
helps.
you're doing your education. Yeah, definitely do, because then you can pay for a place to live. You get a room or whatever, and maybe some food, and you don't have to have a lot of jobs. Maybe you want to still want to have like work at a bar or be a waiter or work down at the supermarket or whatever to get just a little cash flow. But you don't have to have like a full-time job next to your studies, because then how can you study? That's why we pay taxes. You don't have to pay to go to the hospital. If you break your leg, we'll take care of you. It doesn't matter who you are in Denmark. If you break your leg, we'll take care of you. And it's free. That's free healthcare. That's the system, and it's and and that's what some people in the States call, they're communists. Like no.
That's a sad situation.
Or socialism is bad. No. It depends on what you're looking at. This is just us taking care of each other. We pay more in tax, and that means that we have a safety net for everybody. And that is really nice.
It sounds great.
I gladly pay my taxes. And I don't care if I don't get if I don't break a leg or get injured my whole life, and I've paid a lot of taxes, so it's all right.
Yeah.
Then, but if I then fell down the stairs, I would be taking. I can climb that fucking roof without being scared of if I fall down.
I can't afford it. Yeah.
I can't afford it, or I don't want to bring my mother to the hospital because then I won't inherit anything, or my teeth or whatever. So I think this system works. Yeah. But again, that is also a long story.
I think a lot of people would agree with you.
That's another conversation. It looks like I'm drinking like pure gin over here. Like it's a long. I'm sparkling water.
Okay.
I'm getting more and more drunk. So that the tax system in Denmark.
Just curious, while we're talking about it, clearly I know they're. It's clearly different countries, but just language-wise, between the Scandinavian countries, how much crossover is there between, say you speak Swedish, is it, how far removed is that from?
I understand most Swedish.
Okay.
Most, let's say 80%. And then it's the same with I understand a little bit more Norwegian. It's very similar, but then you have a lot of words that are not the same, but it's very similar. And when I was doing the Viking show, The Last Kingdom on Netflix, all the Vikings in that show were Scandinavian. That was a casting choice. So I was working with Norwegians and Swedes, and we could just on set speak to each other in our native tongue and understand each other. And especially if you talk a little slower, then we could do that, and then you would have all the Hungarian. We shot that in Budapest. I was on the production for approximately 3 years, and there was a lot of Hungarian. They didn't understand any words of what we were talking about, and then you would have also the UK crew, and they wouldn't understand. So we could just be free. Just that producer man. Oh my god! Oh, what did the director? Oh, or whatever. You could just be free and have fun. But if you switch to English, then most of the Hungarians would understand it, and all the UK people would understand it. So we would have this secrecy. We could we just go native, yeah. But but there is some words, and especially the younger generations, they don't. They will switch to English much faster. Okay, can we just speak English? Like, come on, let's try. Can we try? I will do my very best speaking slowly in Danish, and I will understand your Swedish. Please, let's do it. Let's not forget where we come from.
Right.
But they find it harder. Yeah. But we can understand each other.
So how did your very first time on stage go? Do you remember it? Were you nervous? Did your pants fall down or anything like that?
No, they didn't. That was in primary school, very early. I played the seagull in The Little Mermaid, like in first or second grade. And then I did this next year. We did this old sort of middle age, not a Viking play, small show where I was the lead, but that was, I don't know. Did I have 10 lines of dialogue, but or whatever. I think where the point where I got interested in doing theater was, that must have been fourth or fifth grade, where our class was supposed to do like the Christmas play, and we were doing the Ice Queen, I think it was called, and none of the girls wanted to play the Ice Queen. And then my teacher said, Magnus, would you like to, can you maybe be the Ice Queen? Yeah, sure, I can do that. So I got a huge white dress and a wig and like a big crown and makeup and stuff. And I remember walking on stage, and we were doing it for the whole school, in front of the whole school, and all the older kids, especially there was a lot of the older boys, who just laughed and just, oh, that is fun, he's cool. Like, and I just went, okay, so I can make the older boys laugh. This is good. This is nice. This could be. I enjoy this attention. Let's do more of that. So that is like a moment that I remember going, okay, this is something fun. Not me thinking I'm going to be an actor.
Yeah.
I'm going to go to drama school and read Shakespeare. Not at all, but just going, okay, attention is nice if it comes this way, because I'm ginger, and I got a lot of attention from grown-ups going, oh, you have the most wonderful hair. Oh, I envy that hair. Oh, it's so beautiful. And then my peers would just go, strawberry head, or like, your hair is on fire. I'm like, yeah. It's nice to get attention from teachers, but you're just getting bullied by the others. I was quite quick with it, so I would just quickly say something horrible back at the people. I remember just defense, like going, yeah, but you're fat. Like, and then he didn't say anything else. So like, then that was the end of the story. And me feeling bad for calling him fat, because I'm not a person who would like to say that, but me being, I don't know, 9 and being bullied, I just thought I need to hit back, and I'm not going to fight. That's not who I am. So I just had to say something about their looks instead, and that worked.
Nip it in the bud.
I think I did that 3 times with different people saying shitty stuff to me about my hair, and then it just stopped. And then they found out, okay, he's not an easy target, and then it stopped, and then it was fine. But I would still hear people talking about it, and gingers, all of that. But then I'm just been wearing it proudly, I think, since then. Just going, yeah, but maybe I'm different, and that's just who I am. I need a lot of sunscreen, that's for sure.
So, as you get older and you start doing more plays and such, do you ever remember having to get over stage fright? Was that ever an issue?
I don't, not really. I could get, you could get a bit of stage fright if you don't know your shit,
Yeah.
if you're not well prepared. That I would always, I get nerves. Till this day, I will still get nerves before going on stage. But it's good nerves. It's like it's because it means something.
Yeah.
And I know my shit. I will rehearse and do and know, and then let it go, and then try to be as free as possible. Um, but I'll still get the nerves, but also still get the kick if you do have a live audience and you get them to laugh just on that line because the timing is, or whatever. It's that is just that's pure gold. But I also get nerves when I'm filming. Just before, I was doing a show called Black Mirror, and I was working with some kind of really some kind of big names of great actors in it that I'd never met before. And I remember sitting in my trailer before my first day of shooting, going, "Okay, focus, focus, focus. You need to." And I did know my shit, but it was also a tough part where it was a lot of technical stuff I had to say, and talking about stuff going on screens that will be put in after we filmed. Like, we'll fix that in post. Just so me reacting to stuff that's not there and stuff like that, and living that, and then acting with these great American and English actors. That gave me a lot of nerves
Yeah.
prior. But then you come in, and then because you're well prepared, you know your stuff, and they chose you, and you're there, and you're doing it, and then you find out, okay, they step on their lines as well. They do,
Yes.
and we're all human. It's easy peasy. And then you're having a coffee or whatever with them in the break, and it's just they have the same. They also think that, oh, this is Black Mirror is a big thing. Okay, cool. So you have it's exactly the same. We all
Yes.
trying to, because we are artists. This is what we're doing. And if we're just there going, "Pfft, I don't care. I don't. If it doesn't cost us anything, it's maybe we should do something else. Not that it has to be life or death, but it has to be important to tell this
Yes.
story.
Because if
I
if
think
if you don't care as the actor, why will the audience care? Is how I look at it. Yeah.
exactly. Um,
And that's just one of the things that stuck with me. Just talking to people like yourself over the years, is I've had an opportunity to interview people that I've looked up to my entire life. And do you know? I've interviewed Michael Ironside, who was one of my favorite actors
oh
growing
yeah,
up, and he talked for maybe 30 minutes straight. I didn't interrupt him, just about how much he thought that he sucked. And like how much that he had imposter syndrome. I'm like, oh, if Michael Ironside thinks he sucks, I'll
yeah,
be okay. You
yeah,
know,
exactly.
That- like you said, they're just people.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, it also and especially it's also in this line of work that we do. Um, it's a lot. It's a lot about us, and it's my face on the screen or on the poster, and it means that if you don't like what you're seeing, it's me that you're not liking. It's 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 seldom the whole production. You go, oh, but that was a. It's like, no, I didn't like him in that. Yeah, but you didn't like me, and and you need to be able to put that aside and going, it's just a job. And this time the script was great, everything worked. And sometimes the script is not great, but everything works and it's perfect, and you get it's the best thing you've ever done. And sometimes it's you get the best script and the production is just or there's no chemistry, or you never know. Um, but there's I think uh, Ironside, I think he's also been auditioning for many thousands of auditions before he got his great breakthrough and all of that. So there's so much rejection in this work, in this business, that if you don't get thick skin, it's so tough. And there's so many jobs that you almost get.
Yeah.
And then, but you didn't. I recently saw a clip of Ron Perlman being asked, is there a job that you
I think I know the clip you're talking about, where he said every role that Josh Brolin gets. Is that the one you're talking about?
Exactly. The job that you said, that I think that you said no to, or that you didn't get. It's like every job that Josh Brolin has have had from the last 10 years and so far, is those jobs I wanted. And that's Ron Perlman. I've met Ron Perlman in Dublin, and he's a nice guy, and he's Ron fucking Perlman.
Yeah, and he still has that feeling. Yeah,
and he has that. So what the fuck, man? Well, it's part of it, and it's also the beauty of it, because it keeps us. I think it keeps us grounded. Yeah, somewhat grounded. I had a colleague. That was when I was in drama school, and I was doing a professional play, but I was still in drama school. That was part of the education, that you go out in your third year out of 4 years. You will be in 2 professional productions, as a smaller part, but you'll be there from day one of rehearsals, and you will play all 30, 40 shows or whatever in front of, say, 800 people or 400 people, depends on what scene, what theater you're working at. But I was in a pretty big theater in Copenhagen, doing a Shakespeare rendition of Taming of the Shrew, and one of the actors, older actors that I've known for my whole life, because he's like a great Danish actor. He took me aside at some point during the production, going, Magnus, because you're a young student in this, and I really like you, and I want to give you one advice, just one, because you can give thousands of advice, but just one. Make sure that you are happy when you go home. Make sure that when you come home, you're happy with your wife or your kids or your girlfriend or boyfriend or whoever, but make sure that is a happy place. So you're looking forward to being home, because otherwise you will only be happy when you're on stage, and you might be great, you might do incredible work, but you will burn out. You'll burn out, and you if you can't. And also, if you're happy at home, we can see that when you're on stage. We can see that you're fulfilled when you're on stage, because you're happy back home, and that was the best advice I've ever had, I think, because it's so important that you make sure you have a life. Because if you're not happy at home, what if you don't get any jobs for 2 years? Then you're gonna be depressed and you're gonna kill yourself, or you need to make sure that that the work-life balance is I hate that, but it's true. You need to have all of that. Yeah. So and especially as an actor, I think it's important that you make sure that you can find happiness when you're in between jobs or unemployed, because that is going to be part of your life. As an artist, especially as an actor. And you will see your friends and colleagues get the jobs while you don't. Or they will see you get the jobs and they will be miserable, or whatever. You need to figure out how to balance that. that life.
Yeah, and just
Or just write one really good song that keeps playing every Christmas
yeah,
and get your money from that.
or write a
I
great
haven't made that
script.
song. Yeah, I haven't made that song yet. Um,
Oh, J.K. Rowling's first book was Harry Potter, so just release your Harry Potter, and you're set.
yeah, exactly. Just write for Harry Potter. just do that.
Easy, easy.
Wasn't it Richard Gervais that asked David Bowie to he wanted him to write a song for his comedy. He had this fun show called Extras, and he was becoming friends with David Bowie, and he wanted him to be part of one of the episodes, and writing a song that would then uh, really turn on Richie Gervais's character, and should be horrible to him, and just like Space Oddity, or like yeah, I'll fucking just write Space Oddity for your fucking TV show, man. Like I'll just make a space. You're like, come on, man,
Give me 5
I can't
minutes.
just yeah, I can't just make the best song I've ever wrote. I'll just write that, you know. I think that's a great response.
Just give me just sticking on acting. Over the years, as non-actors, you always hear these terms, method acting, and all these different terms of acting, Stanislavski, what have you. And what I've kind of put together talking to actors is that each actor has their own mishmash style or method that works for them. What's your method?
Well, yeah, because I kind of hate the term method acting, because then, oh, method, that means that you stay in character, or you like
It's a muddled term. Yeah.
everything is method. It's like you have your toolbox of what you've learned in drama school or in life or by private teachers or whatever, and you use whatever you get from that what works. And something would work for comedy, and something would work for theater, and something would work for film, and it's there's a obviously there's like a core of your acting that needs to be there to be true, or to be real, authentic. But then there's a lot of stuff that you can't do film acting if you're doing a farce on a theater in London. This just doesn't work. Doesn't cut it. It needs to be big, and it needs to be whatever. That doesn't, So so I think there's a different method for a lot of different genres. Mine is to first of all, know the stuff. I like to understand a lot about the background. What's going on? If it's a historic drama, if say I mentioned the Last Kingdom earlier, I needed to know a lot about how it was to live in that period of time. What would you wear? Why? What? Uh, and it's not just because I need to have it in the back of my head so I can pull from it while acting. It's also just to know, okay, because that will give me ideas.
Yeah.
How I was playing a Viking. Okay, Vikings were kind of clean. They washed themselves. The English didn't, in the same way. So I because of studying stuff like that, I found out, okay, I'm gonna have a comb, beard comb, because that was the thing that it would, and because of studying, I get ideas that I can put into character. So I think that is part of a method. To but it's the script, the script. What is the script? What is the character? What does the other people talk when they talk about the character? What words do they use? So that is what people think about my character. Okay, what do I think about? What is the description? What do I say? Why do I say that? That tells me a lot of stuff, and and for me, I get by learning the lines and the scenes and repeating it and understanding why I'm saying this when you say that, that gives me ideas, and then suddenly a human being starts to come to life. That I think that is sort of the method, and then I use Meissner technique when I'm working, which is that's a method that came from Stanislavski, and then you would have Meissner and some others, Stella Adler, and you would have these different teachers that would take from Stanislavski and put that into their own method. But it's all something. It's about being real in fake circumstances. That's how can you be that? How can you make that easy for you? How can you make that work? And for me, it's a lot about you. It's about, we have a dialogue.
Yeah.
The reason I'm saying stuff is because you ask me.
Right.
So the way that you're nodding right now, that makes me understand, okay, I can keep on going. So I'm reacting to you. So acting is reacting. If you're doing nothing, it's harder for me to act.
Yeah.
Or if you're doing nothing, that will make me act even more. Because then I would like, why isn't he doing anything? Okay, I need to do something else now. So that all of that is kind of my method when I'm on set or when I'm working, because then I'm reacting.
Yeah.
To you. But then there's all the preparations. You know, how can I make myself look like the character? How can I change my appearance? How can I? All of that is like is the game we play, and I love to play that game. I love to get a weird beard or face tattoos or cut my hair or get long hair, or what am I wearing? Why? Okay, this makes me, when you get in costume, that's a whole other ball game. Like, you can do a lot of preparation, but then you get the costume and it's like, okay, I look like, okay, this, I can do this. You look at yourself in the mirror going, okay, I don't look like myself. Then it's even easier to play the part,
Yeah. And just like you're saying, working off the other person, there's always the off chance that the other person could do something completely unexpected in a great way. And then now you have to react to that, what they've done.
If I have everything planned and they do that, and I just then freeze because, hey, you're not supposed to do that, then I'm not acting. Then I'm just doing a routine.
Yeah.
And you can see people doing a routine on the screen, and you can, and the people that they give an Oscar, or the people that where you just, I need to see that again. People that makes you suddenly emotional. It's because stuff is happening right now that they might have prepared for, but they experience it feels like they're experiencing it for the first time.
Right. Yeah.
And that's where I think the method of like, now I'm gonna cry, and I'm gonna the technique that somebody would use would be, maybe I think about my mother who died and the funeral or whatever, and then that will make her or him start crying. And then, she's really crying now in the film. And, yeah, but she's crying about her dead mother. What does that have to do with the breakup she's in right now?
Yeah.
So you should, that is actually, for me, that is, if we're having a scene, you and me, and we were a gay couple, right, and I start crying now because of my dead mother, but we're talking about you breaking up with me, then I'm not present with you.
It's a disconnect.
Because I'm thinking about my dead mother, and it might work on film, but it tends not to work in the scene. You know.
Yeah.
So we all have different techniques to get us to where we want to be, but I if you do the work and you trust and you breathe and you're there and you know why and all the feelings and you've done all that work with your colleague, then you are gonna cry. Or maybe you're not gonna cry, and that is what is gonna make the audience cry.
Yeah.
Because you're not trying to cry. There's nobody's trying to cry, like in real life. Like, oh, I really hope I'm gonna cry now. And it's like people are holding back tears. Like,
Yeah.
you're not gonna make me cry. You're not gonna fucking do it. And then you cry, you know. So I think it was Michael Caine who said that I'm not gonna cry now, and that is what's gonna make you cry because you can see that he's empty, and that is way more sad than if he was just letting go or whatever. Like it's not necessarily about the tears. It's about a lot because maybe if I'm not crying, then you would. Why is he not crying? What?
Yeah.
Oh, so he can't even feel that she's leaving him, or and now you're crying. You know, it's
always those little subtle things I always find so cool because you might have seen this video with Gary Oldman where he's being interviewed, and they ask him, you know, on the spot, could you know, you're very good at playing bad guys or, you know, anti-heroes. Could you change from your jolly self right now into one of your characters? And he just he said, well, one of the tricks that I can't remember who he said he learned it from, but it's you look down and then you look up first and then the eyes follow afterwards, and you could just see him change, and it's just that slight little thing conveys that.
Yep, and that is actually a great technique, and sometimes because it's like it's ominous in some way when you the slow head and then the eyes, like what the fuck is going on? Like who is this guy?
And it's so subtle, you know, it's nothing over the top, but it just works.
Yeah.
So clearly for Assassin's Creed, you did a shit ton of motion capture. I've spoken with a lot of folks, a lot of the Baldur's Gate 3 folks who did a lot of the motion capture for that game. And they always say, more times than not, that motion capture is sort of a perfect medium between screen acting and stage acting. Would you agree with that?
Yeah. Yes and no. I think I'm not quite sure because I know a few of the people from Baldur's Gate, and I know they did a lot of the motion capture alone, just in a room, because there's so many choices that you could make, and when you're talking to, so they were doing the motion capture, but then they were doing 5-10 different ways of saying this and that, and they came back and we've changed that line again. But a lot of solo motion capture. Most of the motion capture I've done has been in like this huge soundstage, for say Assassin's Creed Valhalla, and that is film acting. Actually, because you have 100 cameras in the roof. You have 4 cameras on your. We had that. We shot that 6 years ago now. So the technology is different. I'm doing something I can't talk about now, but the technology is just new. Is different. I don't need to have dots all over my face the same way as I did back then. Now I have one camera instead of 4 because they can get everything because it's just better. It's really fast. But you would have 4 cameras that you would have 3 steady camera people walking around shooting the scenes as well. that is shooting film.
Yeah.
Because you can't over. I don't think you can overact in it, because then it doesn't work. Because they're gonna animate it, and they're gonna use likeness as well. And if I play too big in theater, it's gonna be shit.
Yeah.
It's not gonna work. But most of what I've been doing motion capture wise has also been normal people.
Yeah.
If you can say that.
Eivor
was a normal people. He's also a god. But I haven't been playing like a monster or a monkey, or where you need to be physical in a different way. I've needed to be me, portraying a Viking warrior or a soldier, and so I can't really go too big. Obviously, it's a genre. So say it's fantasy or Viking game, or so you play the genre, which would be different than kitchen sink drama. But so you might want to do a bit more, but it's also because they had swords and shields, and it was dangerous to breathe, man, because maybe someone would kill you. They don't do that in your backyard. Now, if you so obviously you played a little bit different, but but I don't think it's that was a long answer. Sorry,
No, it was great.
But because you said that it's the perfect mix between theater and film. I feel like I'm shooting the rehearsal all the time, because it's you're not wearing a costume, you're wearing spandex suits, with dots all over, and I clearly remember some of the first days on Assassin's Creed, where it was so these boxes, that's the horse. You get on the boxes, and then you're on the horse, like that will work in the game. And when you jump over these sandbags, that is the roots of Yggdrasil, and it's like, because it's rehearsal day. Tomorrow we'll get to the real set, and we'll do and we can't bring in horses here. It's because it's snowing outside. We can't, or whatever. It feels like you're shooting the rehearsal, but that is what they put in. We're filming today.
Yeah.
But they will fix it in post. So it feels it always feels like some sort of rehearsal, because because when you're used to doing film, maybe you'll have a green screen, but you will be wearing the fucking suit. You will be looking like a billion. You will have makeup. You will have, and your co-stars will also be wearing all of this. So at least you will be weird together in this, and then you'll have the cameras and you'll have the whatever. But not when you're doing motion capture. That is just soundstage and weird suits and this tennis ball. Follow the tennis ball. That is that is your raven now going flying here and here. Talk to the tennis ball now. Yeah, it is Sunin. Oh, what do you bring to me, Sunin? Oh yeah. Whatever. It's shooting the rehearsal.
It's funny. Because it was just last week that I finished my third playthrough of Valhalla.
Oh man!
Yeah. So it's just funny to me. I've never looked at any of your previous interviews that this is just your voice. You didn't go any over the top or go into another voice.
No. I might be a bit more gruff.
Yeah.
Once in a while. But that was how we looked at it, because I remember talking to Darby McDevitt and Ashram, who was like the creative director and the narrative director, about the character and what they really enjoyed about my performance on my self tapes and my auditions in London and all of that prior to getting the gig, and they really liked I have like a husky voice. There's some rasp in it, and also but they like the character of my voice as it was, but we discussed it how to portray this character, and we didn't want the especially me, but they didn't want this to be just a gruff, like grunt Viking warrior who was just talking like this all the time.
Yeah.
Because if you have to listen to that for
Hours.
300 hours, that's too much. And we actually talked about Kratos from God of War, because that is an amazing character, an amazing voice, but we wanted to do something else than having this. We wanted to have like he needed to be sensitive at some point. He needed to be a character that you would want to follow and make alliances with, maybe fall in love with, but also be afraid of, and so you needed to have all
complex,
of it. Yeah, and also he's the reincarnation of Odin. Like, so there's so much poetry as well in that character. So it needed to be somebody who could have all of that at the same time, and that couldn't be this character all the time.
Right.
Yeah, right. I'm gonna read you a poem now. Yeah, cool. But that doesn't mean that there's a lot of shouting, a lot of war cries and killing and sadness and rage, and you have all of that. But there's also just Eivor talking to his raven, or his horse, or the kids in the city, or falling in love with this NPC, or this NPC, or and it had to have all of that. So we ended up going with a lot of my normal voice, and then some small fixes here and there.
Yeah.
And obviously a bit of dialect, because they wanted the character to be Scandinavian, obviously, so they needed to have that sound and not too much American sounding or English sounding, and that is something that a lot of Scandinavians would put into our English, because we don't want to sound Scandinavian, we want to sound British or whatever, because that makes us feel better, or because that is what we listen to, that's what we see in films.
Yeah.
So because I could also speak Danish, English. This is English with a very Danish accent, and but if Eivor was talking like this all the time, and it's Justin, it's very nice to meet you here on this podcast, and that wouldn't work. So
Yeah.
it needed to be. You need to have that. I can hear that it's Scandinavian, but maybe I can't figure it out. But
Yeah.
you have the taste of it, but not too strong. Maybe some of the NPCs can have that, but they So
Yeah.
we talked a lot about the voice. Yeah.
And like I said, I played it several times, and he's a great character. But each time I play it, I just dislike Sigurd less and less the more I play the game. He's just not my favorite character in the world.
Yeah. So I guess you take his wife.
Yeah, pretty much every time.
Every time. 60% of the time, it works every time.
I really tried, to toe the line the first time around, but the more you learn about the game as you play, you're just like, oh, well, no, I think I will.
I'm gonna have me some Randvi.
Yeah. So I guess just to wind down here, man, I like to close with this question, just because you never know what folks are going to say. Have you ever had an experience that you would consider supernatural or paranormal, or encountered an event you can't explain?
Um, I don't think so.
Okay.
I'm sad to say, but I do. I'm not a religious guy. I think I believe to be myself to be agnostic. So I definitely believe there's something somewhere, but I'm not sure what it is. Um, um, and I've had some experiences with nature that I will never forget. But you can explain them, like
Yeah.
Northern Lights, or I remember I was in Greenland and I had maybe three drinks, three beers at a pub, and I was walking home to my cousin who lived there at that point. He was working up there, and there was just Northern Lights over Nuuk, the capital. And I remember walking up on a hill and just laying down in the snow and just looking at the Northern Lights and just starting. And I wasn't drunk because I can hold more than three beers, um, but it was just so beautiful, and I started seeing um, not people but like shapes
Yeah.
of animals and shapes of like the dragon and serpent and is that a phase or, and I just laid there for I think an hour. I had a big
Wow.
jacket so but didn't get sick. But just and that is something I will never forget, that feeling of just and I don't know if you've experienced Northern Lights,
I have not.
but it the green and the blue and the yellow and all of that just and then it disappears and then you see and then it's gone and then it's it's art in the most
Yeah.
wonderful way, and 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 you don't want to look it up what it is. It's much better to just have
It'll
that
ruin the
experience
magic.
going. Yeah. So you could sort of explain it, but it also felt like it was showing me stuff more than just a flicker and that was an experience I will take to my grave. Also, if you haven't experienced like Greenland or the way north of like Alaska or Canada or at some point do it, go there,
Yeah.
and because it's something else. It's something so completely different from what you will normally see. The
Yeah.
nature is is unspoiled and is like it's and unmatched. It's crazy. Yeah. Have you, Justin, experienced something paranormal?
Well, I'll just say I've experienced things I can't explain, but I would say they're more beyond a coincidence, beyond more like a synchronicity, if that makes sense. Just a real quick version of it. So, like I said, I write stories. So I got an idea for this character, got it nailed down to the time period I want this guy to be in. What his profession is, where he used to live, where he lives now. Anyway, his name ended up being Nathaniel Bowen. 1800s. He used to live in Maryland. Now he lives in South Carolina. Never heard of. And then I looked this guy up just to make sure. You Google a title or a character to make sure it doesn't exist already. Look it up, and literally all the details that I wrote down about this guy was his real self, and he's buried close to my house. And I tell my friend about this. We're kind of freaking out about it. I'm like, we got to go to the local library and find out who this guy is. So we go to our local library. I'm just looking through books, and it's like history of the so and so church. Grab it. off the shelf. He's standing right next to me. Open to the first page, dedicated to the Right Reverend Nathaniel Bowen.
That's fun.
Yeah, so that's mine. I still gives me chills to think about it.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah, sometimes it's like deja vu, or
Yeah.
sometimes you'll just experience something like that was the weirdest coincidence
Yeah, that's how I view
in
it.
the
Yeah.
world. How the I can't explain that, and yeah, and sometimes it's like if you forget something and you put something in some place and when you trace it back, you can maybe actually find out what happened. Mm-hmm. But it's and a lot of times you can't. And
Yeah, I've tried, man. I just live with it now. I'm like, well, that was just something weird.
yeah, yeah. Sometimes you would love to find out who shot Kennedy, or
Yeah.
like see those files, and is there something flying around like from another planet? What is going on? There's so many things that could be or could not be, or yeah.
And just a funny thing about that, I wrote a story about that character that's based on that guy, I guess. And it's coming out in a new anthology publication, and one of the other authors in it is one of my favorite writers growing up. So that's where it led me to. That's where discovering that led me to. So it's just a long line
Hey.
of what the fuck.
Hey, full circle. Justin. Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. So
Um,
Magnus, to put a bow on this thing, man. What's on the horizon? What can you share without getting in trouble?
Not much, man.
I understand. I get that answer a lot.
Yeah, I'm sorry about it, man. Yeah, because I can't really.
Yeah. Don't get yourself in trouble.
Yeah, well, yeah, we're moving.
Cool.
I'm looking forward to. We're buying another house, and it's gonna be really great. But closer to my parents and our vacation home. But that is not what people want to know. But that's a big thing
Yeah.
for me that I talk about when I'm not allowed to talk about other stuff.
He
But
can't
in this
tell us.
business, in this business, especially when you do big things, it's like you sign so many NDAs with your blood, like so, like, and if you mention too much,
I've gotten in trouble on here with that before. For somebody spoke too much, and I've gotten an email from a gaming company and been asked to remove the episode and all that stuff.
but then they must have said too much, right?
They did. I told him not to say too much, so I blame him.
Yeah, because I can tell you that I'm working on a big game now.
Yeah,
That's fine.
yeah.
And I've been working on it. Started working on it this year. Auditioned last year, and so and it's AAA and all of that jazz, and it's really fun and full motion capture. But that's what I'm allowed to
That's
say.
enough.
I don't know if I'm allowed to say that, but that could be like hundreds of games.
Yeah, anybody. Yeah, it could be. The mistake the guy that I'm referring to made was he said a release date. He
yeah.
gave that was a big thing, and so when I got the email to remove the date, they actually emailed me back less than 5 minutes later and said, you know what, it's too late. And I was like, what do they mean it's too late? And I started looking at every gaming outlet, like IGN and all these huge.
Yeah.
So and so says that Alan Wake 2 will release on new interview with. I'm just like, oh my god. Yeah, so I broke the Alan Wake 2 news accidentally.
Yeah, but that you can do a Tom Holland sometimes, right?
Yeah.
Oh shit! I was not. No,
Yeah.
you're not. Yeah. So,
It happens.
but that's when you're excited. When you're excited about something, I'm excited about this, but I've learned that you should not. Oh, Especially, I learned I was also older than Tom Holland is.
Yeah.
I will always be older than him. Um, Funny story. No, but so when I first started getting followers, like fans from Last Kingdom and then Assassin's Creed and then Call of Duty or whatever, uh, it's in the beginning. They when if I posted something on Instagram, it would be repost like on different pages, like on Facebook, because they had groups for the Last Kingdom, or they had everything I put out would just be then put up 5 other places. Like shit.
Yeah.
And at the beginning, like, oh, that's cool, wow, But then it's like, okay, I really need to,
Be careful. Yeah.
yeah, and the kind of make sure I understand my own like press, like control my own press. And then yeah, and then some interviewers are just really good, to make you feel cozy and
They pull it out of you.
yeah. And then, oh shit.
Edit it out. Cut it.
Yeah, yeah.
Magnus, I've had a pleasure chatting with you, man. Like I said, I appreciate you
Well,
giving me some of your time.
Yeah, me too, Justin. It's been a pleasure. And hey, you're gonna be a father. It's wonderful.
Yeah.
In
I'm
a
excited.
month's time,
1 month.
just enjoy it. Tell people to bring you food, frozen food. Like, don't bring gifts. The kid won't notice it. Just bring you guys frozen lasagna, soups, whatever. So you can just take something from the freezer and it'd be easy, and don't have too many visitors.
There you
in the
go,
beginning.
man. Thank you.
More than
We already
not more
planned
than
on that.
one,
Yeah.
yeah, not more than one a day. So don't like have 4 couples come and say hi and like wait. Because
Yes.
look at your son. Look at your son.
Will do, man. Thank you. And we'll have to chat again down the road, maybe when he's a little bit older. Give you an
sure,
update.
man. Yeah. I need to know more about Magnus, man. Mac to Mac.
Like, hey, you're named after this guy.
Well, send my love to Anna and have a lovely evening, Justin.
You too, man. Bye-bye now.
Cheers, mate.